G'day guys, and welcome back to day 3 of the Couples Communication Challenge. Today, we're going to be talking about our relationship vision, which is really exciting because without a vision, without a roadmap, or without some sort of feeling and idea and vision of where you want to go, you won't get there.
Nope.
And that's probably a big part of the reason why you are where you are, because you haven't had that compelling vision and that future mapped out of where you want to go.
To really pull you forward.
Yeah.
You know, and we were the same. So we can't judge you.
Yeah.
We literally didn't get clear on where we wanted to go. So we just couldn't get there. It's like driving around in the dark without your lights on, or like not having a GPS, or you know, not having the address plugged into your phone. You've never been there before, and somehow you're meant to magically appear at the address. It's not going to work. It's not a good idea. It doesn't make sense. So this is why we bring this up now, so early in the challenge. We want you to get clear on what your vision is. And you know, so many women I've talked to about this, and even some men, you know, we were the same, they've never even asked themselves what they want. You know, what do you want in your relationship? What do you want it to look like? You get to decide. You know, this is your full permission for you to decide what you want and to get clear about what you want.
And this can be hard when you're, sorry to cut you off, when you're facing, when you're sort of, maybe you're feeling a bit of resentment now, or you're just sick and tired of the same old things over and over again. And it can be hard to allow yourself to dream a little and to think about that vision. But we just want to encourage you to open your heart, take down the armor and the walls, and just think about, just without particular people in the vision even, just to think about what you want for yourself.
Just bring it back to you and what you want.
How you want to feel.
Yes, and we're going to help you do that. So I'm going to talk you through a process, and it's, you know, going to be a little bit like a meditation, but I'll keep it as short as possible. You don't have to visualize, you don't have to hear things. If you're someone who's never meditated before, you can't get this wrong. All you need to do is answer these questions and just open your heart and your mind to another way, or to seeing things differently to what they actually look like now. So just lean in and, you know, just open your mind to seeing it differently, and you will be amazed at the answers you will find that are already inside of you. Like, we don't need to tell you what it needs to look like. You already know. Like, inside, the answer is there. You just haven't been shown how to access that answer. So that's what we're going to talk through now. So I just want you to take a moment. Like, if you're listening to this, put the phone down. You know, if you're holding it, put it in a place where it can just stay, so you don't have to hold it. Get comfortable. For me, what that looks like is I need to like roll my shoulders, roll my hips. You know, we store a lot of tension in our hips and our shoulders and our back. So I just like roll and get comfortable in the chair or wherever you are, and just take a few really deep, intentional breaths from your mind down into your heart. So deep breath in through your nose. And it feels good to breathe it out through your mouth. If you've been holding on to a lot of stress and pressure, just breathe it out through your mouth, let it go, and do that at least 2 to 3 more times. You might need to visualize your breath coming from your mind. Any thoughts in your mind, just put them on pause, breathe into your heart, and just bring all your attention to your heart like your life depends on it. Energy will go wherever you tell it to go. So wherever you put your attention and your focus is where the energy will go. So just shut your mind off for the moment and direct your attention to your heart. Tell your energy and your focus, go to my heart now. And just really focus on your heart. If it's helpful for you, put your hand on your heart, connect with your heartbeat, and just land in your body. Just feel yourself connecting into your body. Now, if it helps you to have your eyes closed, do that. If you feel more comfortable to have your eyes open, then do that. Honor whatever you need to do. And I just want you to imagine and start to construct inside yourself by describing to yourself, either internally or externally, what does your relationship vision look like? What does it feel like? How does it feel to be in this relationship that you deeply desire to be in? Where are you trying to get to in your relationship? What's the goal? Think about your relationship and feel what that relationship feels like in detail. And if you can, I want you to imagine what it's like waking up next to that man or woman that you're in a relationship with, and your relationship vision is now your real life. That vision that you've had, that way you feel, is your reality. What does it feel like waking up next to that man or woman? How do you feel? And just honor whatever it feels. Just feel that in your body. Just take note of what it feels like to wake up to that man or woman. And what I want you to do is imagine you're waking up next to them, appreciating them, feeling gratitude for them, feeling grateful for your life that you've created together. And I want you to take a moment and get your journal out or a piece of paper. And I want you to start to have a conversation with your heart. Connect to your heart. If you want to call your heart your higher self, your soul, your inner voice, there are so many different names you can, connect to that voice inside of you. But if you want to just say your heart, then just focus on your heart. And I want you to have a conversation with your heart. I want you to tell your heart all about this new relationship vision that you're now living, and how grateful that you are that you're in this relationship, that you're connecting and communicating, and the communication is flowing, you're on the same page, you're meeting each other's needs, you feel heard, you feel seen, you feel appreciated. Just write it all down. Imagine you're writing and journaling down, and you're talking to your heart, just saying how grateful you are to be in this place in your relationship. And your heart is going to be celebrating you. It's going to be letting you know you did this. You did the work to be in this place that you are now in your relationship. It's going to remind you everything that you overcame, every challenge, every tough conversation, every time you wanted to turn away from your partner when you turned in. And you're reflecting on that and realizing, wow, I really did this. I did the work to show up for my relationship, to lean into those tough conversations, and to learn a better way. I learned a new way to be in my relationship, and you did the work to show up like that. And now you are living and breathing and experiencing the results of that. And your heart is just celebrating you and reminding you how far you've come in your relationship. It's giving you goosebumps. It's, bringing tears to your eyes, and you're just feeling so relieved and grateful that that is now behind you. That you're no longer carrying the weight of your relationship on your shoulders. That your shoulders feel light. That your heart feels open. That heaviness is gone. There's a lightness, there's love, there's joy. And you're just reveling in that moment and appreciating yourself, your partner, and your relationship, and all that you've overcome together. Your heart is reminding you that you can do this. Whatever you can imagine, you can create. Whatever you believe, you will see in your life. You will create that experience. There is no accidents. There is no coincidences. It's all coming through you, and you're realizing this in this moment as you're journaling with your heart. You're realizing, wow, I created this. I created this relationship. I decided what I wanted, and I went out there and I got it. I created it. I made it happen. So revel in that just a few more moments. Breathe into your heart. Feel the gratitude. Feel the appreciation, and whatever else you need to feel. And just before you finish, your heart wants to remind you that all you need to do to keep experiencing this beautiful, loving relationship where you feel like you're on the same team and you're working together is to continue to do the work. Continue to show up. Open your heart and you will always feel this level of love in your relationship. Your heart wants you to remember that going forward for the next 6 weeks, which is really just over 40 days. Your heart wants you to really ask yourself this question: for the next 40 days or so, can you make a commitment to this vision and creating this vision? Make that commitment to yourself, to your heart, and your relationship. Decide that you are going to choose your heart over your mind for the next 40 days. Every time you're in a situation with your partner or in your relationship where your ego or your mind wants to take over, I want you to remember this relationship vision exercise, this moment of you journaling with your heart. I want you to remember what your heart is telling you and reminding you. And to take a breath, take a few deep breaths, put your hand on your heart and come back to your heart. And every time you do that, you will find the answer that you need. Now, once you've made this commitment to yourself, if there's any other questions you want to ask your heart, you can ask them now. If you're needing reassurance that you can do this, ask your heart. And you'll hear this little voice or you'll feel this little nudge and you will know that it's the truth. You will feel it. Once you've asked all your questions, you've got the answers you need, know that you can come back and do this again at any time over the next 6 weeks. Take note of what came up for you, what you heard, what you felt, and what this relationship looks like to you. Take a last deep breath into your heart and just feel the truth that this relationship vision is happening now for you. Open your eyes and feel what it feels like to know that this relationship vision is happening for you now. The energy is already starting to shift. This is not woo-woo, this is how it starts. Everything starts in our imagination. We have to visualize it first before we can implement it and create it. So you have just done the first step, the hardest step, to imagine something better or greater than where you currently are. So we're celebrating you, and now what we want you to do is, in this moment, while it's fresh in your mind and fresh on your heart, take out your journal, take out a pen and paper, write whatever down came through to you. If it's easier for you to write it down, or you can click the link below, and make sure you do that anyway. Click the link below and answer the questions and describe in detail what this vision looks like. We cannot wait to hear about your visions, and we want you to share them in the group. Share this energy. When you share your relationship vision and what you believe is possible for you, it opens up doors for what's possible for somebody else. And that's what we're sharing with you guys. That's how we've got to the place where we are now, and you can give that gift to the people in your life, and also our family in this challenge. So do that. Answer the questions below, get really clear, describe your relationship vision in detail, and share it in the group with us. And we're super excited to hear your visions, and we'll see you in day 4.
See you tomorrow.